For 40 years, pro-French and pro-independence New Caledonians have lived side by side in relative peace. But in recent months, historic divisions have re-emerged. Around half of the capital Nouméa's population has been out in protest. On one side, supporters of the French government's push to amend voting laws. The other stands in opposition, objecting to the French government's conduct.
La Nouvelle-Calédonie est française parce qu'elle a choisi de rester française.
The territory held a third and final independence referendum in 2021, but the verdict to remain part of France was controversial, after calls to postpone the vote until after the pandemic led to a pro-independence boycott. Since then, there's been little consensus on the path forward, and now some say France is rushing through electoral changes. Right now, only those who were New Caledonian citizens prior to 1998 can vote in elections. A historic French concession acknowledging the influx of largely pro-French European migrants. The rules have meant around 25,000 residents, including some who have lived there their whole lives, can't vote. Long derided by loyalists, the rule has helped Kanaks, who make up nearly 50% of the population, establish significant political power. The proposed changes would instead give the vote to anyone living in New Caledonia for the decade prior to an election. The independence movement argues any alteration should be part of a wider agreement, including a path to a future vote on self-determination.
Le scrutin est ouvert.
But Paris is pressing on. The changes could become law in the coming months.
Adopté.
Lifting the stakes, an economic crisis is looming, as New Caledonia's vital nickel industry verges on collapse. There are also real fears of civil unrest as tensions escalate. Okay, let's unpack all of this. Joining me now is pro-independence activist and New Caledonian politician Patricia Goa. Bonjour, Patricia, and thank you for joining the Pacific. Let's get straight into it. Now, we know many don't see the recent independence referendum as legitimate, and some say that the move to amend voting laws is rushed. But don't you think it's fair that people who have lived in New Caledonia for 26 years should be allowed to vote?
Who is saying no to that question? We're just saying that for us, people of the Pacific, things are going too fast. The time frame we are working on, we are talking on, is not the same which the French government is dealing with. It's not saying that I can't have my say. It's just saying that if you really care about New Caledonia, you are prepared to stay. Someone who just came because he wants to work, take benefit from New Caledonia and be gone in 3 years doesn't make sense. It's like, as you said, someone that's been living in here for 26 years. We can hear that, but we have to be also aware of what is happening around us.
Given the history of civil unrest in past decades, do you think New Caledonia is in danger of heading down that path again, especially with the protests that are happening at the moment?
Where there's no hope in front of us, we will fight, we will struggle. We'll make sure you understand what we're talking about. Things can go wrong, and our past show that. But there's something with the people from the Pacific, is the way there is resilience. We are not prepared to sort of cry again.
Why are you still fighting for independence?
Because we're not independent yet. That's why. And I'm really thinking it's about time you succeed in decolonization, France. I'm not against the French people. I'm against a system. Let's be clear on that. So, yes, I'll still be there. I'll still be fighting for my rights. I'll be still struggling. But because I'm a woman, because I'm a Kanak, because I'm a mother.
One final question, Patricia. What do you hope the future holds for New Caledonia?
What do I hope? I really hope that New Caledonia, Kanaki Nouvelle-Calédonie, come to gain its sovereignty. It's really important. At one stage, there's a need of freedom. And knowing the ability of resilience of all the people from the South Pacific, I know will be there. It will take time. Sure, it will take time. But altogether, we'll be there.